Hey everyone, it's Pam from Crafts by Pam, and today I have an unboxing for you featuring the new release from Simon Hurley. So I'm going to go ahead and take everything out. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put everything to the side and then go through everything one by one. So this is a Halloween release. I'm so excited because Halloween is my favorite to make cards for. So the first thing we have here is called Gothic script, and you can see it's in that goth text. So it basically looks like it has like a little story on here, but it's meant to be a background stamp, so you just put this on your backgrounds and it's got that spooky vibe to it. The next thing we have is called Hocus Pocus, and it has a cool witch, some bats, a hat, cat, spider, a cauldron, and then it says Hocus Pocus, witch please, you're wicked cool, and magic in the air. And then there is matching dies from Spellbinders. The next one is framed Frights. So this has a frame and then some spooky characters. So we have a skeleton man, a skeleton woman. What do you call that guy that has the pumpkin head? He has a name, I don't know. But we've got that guy, and then we've got a cat. And then we've got that goth text again. So we have love you to death. You are frightfully fabulous. Till death do us part. Happy Halloween. Happy haunting. Looking sharp pumpkin. Feline spooky. Wishing you a perfect Halloween. And then there's this nice frame here that you can frame all of these characters. And then we've got a little crow. And then there is matching dies from Spellbinders. Oh, this one is cute. This one is Halloween Pets. So we have two doggies dressed up as ghosts. And then there's a little cat and a pumpkin. And we have sentiments, no tricks, just treats. Hey, beautiful. Boo, happy Halloween. Halloween. Have a perfectly spooky Halloween. Trick or treat, setting pumpkin spice and everything mice. And that has a coordinating die from Spellbinders as well. This next one is called Bad to the Bone. So we had two skeletons that are dancing. We've got a skeleton hand holding a, what do you call these? I forget. But holding the candles. Then we've got a jar of eyeballs, a martini with eyeballs. We have I love you, eat, drink, and be scary, and you're bad to the bone. So that would be fun to put those two dancing together. Oh, and there's another martini glass here, a small one, and a potion bottle. And this also comes with coordinating dies. Another background stamp called jack-o'-lanterns, and this is one of the peel apart background stamps. So you can peel these individually if you want to get like different colors, or you can stamp them all together like it shows on the back. And then you can also singly stamp the pumpkins from here, so you can just take them out and do that. So that's cool. There's also a coordinating stencil for it. So this will help you to color in the pumpkins. So you can see two examples here of how they were colored in. You can do it with the stamp, or you can do it without the stamp, is what it's showing here. And either way looks great. Our next background stamp is a big spider web. Oh, this is going to come in handy for so many Halloween cards. So you can see here they paired it with the little kitty and the pumpkin, and they put it in the background here as well. Now for our stencils, we've got some bats, so it's called Bat Brigade. And we have a bunch of bats. That's going to be a fun, spooky background to use as well. Then we have another single layer stencil, and this is called Damask, because it has that damask pattern to it. So that's nice and spooky as well. That'll be great for backgrounds for Halloween. Even not Halloween, you could do other backgrounds, like you can do romantic backgrounds, I would assume. There's tons of stuff that you could do with this stencil. And then last but not least, we have a layering stencil, and this is called Diamonds, appropriately. And this is kind of like the other stencils that he has, that there's one that's squares and there's one that's circles, so this one is going to be diamonds. So here's a couple of examples of how that was used. So it was used to create the diamonds as is, or you can shift the stencil to fill in the spaces and color those in. So that is it for Simon's release. It is a big release, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be bringing some cards for you to check out what you can do with these stamps and stencils and die. Here are the cards I created using Simon Hurley's new Halloween release. This is the first card I created. So this uses a ton of products. I did several techniques on here. So first I started off by stamping the skeletons from the framed Frights stamp set, and I colored them in with Copics. And then I made a background for them using this Damask Stencil. Mine's all dirty for some reason or another. I cleaned it right after I used the Black Widow Stellar Paste. But it's not going to affect anything, so it's fine. It's just not pretty. But yeah, so I used black cardstock and I put the Damask Stencil over top of it. Used the Stellar Paste to get like a tonal and tone look. So it has some detail there, but it's not too distracting from the skeletons. And then for the background, I went ahead and ink blended that with Distress Oxide inks. I started with orange in the middle, then pink, then purple around that. And then I stamped with black ink, and I didn't completely fill in the stamp. That's why there's some spaces where there's no text there. So I just kind of randomly put my ink onto the stamp, and then I stamped it onto my background. And once I was finished with that, I went ahead and did some splattering of white and black. You can see the black pretty well. The white, it's kind of hard to see, but it's there. And then I used the sentiment from the Framed Frights stamp set, which is Love You to Death. And I just stamped down white cardstock and did a backer of black cardstock just to make it mesh well, I guess. And then I used this stamp set, which is Hocus Pocus, and I stamped the bats and then die cut them using the coordinating die and just put a few here as if they were like sequins or embellishments. So that's pretty much that card, and I'm really happy with how that came out. And this is my next card. So it says, have a perfectly spooky Halloween, and it features this cat from the Halloween pets. So I stamped that onto some white cardstock and Copic colored it, and die cut that with the coordinating dies. They didn't have coordinating dies for the sentiment, so I fussy cut that, even though it kind of looks like it's a die. Yeah, I don't like fussy cutting, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And then for the background, I ink blended orange and two purples here with Distress Oxide inks. And then I splattered with some, actually I think I did the background first. I did the Spiderweb background stamp, so you can see I clear heat embossed that. And then I did some black splatters to finish off the background. And lastly, I used, oops, my bad. I used this stamp set again. So I used this spider in the corner and stamped and die cut it and just put it on my spider web there and finished off with a few sequins or rhinestones. And that's pretty much my two cards. So I really like how they came out. I hope you do too. If you would like to see a tutorial on either one of these cards, please leave a comment in the comment section below. But otherwise, thanks for stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!